Hey, I'm Travis.
And I'm Adele.
And we are The Noble Marriage. We hope that through our channel, you will be inspired and motivated so that your marriage will be all that God created it to be. Hey, and welcome back to Coffee and Conversations. It's been a while.
It has been a long while. We have been in a very long series about betrayal and trust and grieving. And so we're excited to be back in Coffee and Conversations. And we have no coffee.
No coffee, but maybe you do. So grab yours and come along because we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that is Naked Day. It's definitely a sensitive conversation that little ears do not need to hear. So either put your earbuds in, maybe pause this for another time, but that's your fair warning.
I'm getting hot already. You know, we heard this concept and decided to give it a shot. In fact, Travis was like, Naked Day.
I like that idea.
I really like this idea. And the only word I heard was naked. And I was like the last thing I want to do is be naked. And there's a lot of reasons for that. But when we first started using Naked Day, I had a really horrible body image. And so I did not want to be naked. And I didn't feel comfortable in my skin. And I think a lot of that had to do with our marriage and the trauma that we have experienced throughout the years. And so just to say that there has been a lot of work that has happened in myself, as well as Travis, to create this safe space to even have an amazing Naked Day.
And I get why you would have that reservation. I wasn't the best at having emotional safety in our relationship. And I get why you would feel that way. So let's face it, Adele, you are my wife. I would much rather see you naked than anyone else. Mm-hmm. You know, men are predominantly sight driven. You know, that's probably the reason that 7 out of 10 men and 6 out of 10 pastors are actively looking at porn right now. 3 out of 10 women are actively looking at porn. Mm-hmm. It's a lot less than men. Men are really sight driven. So there's really an importance of being able to get this at home.
Yeah. And I really had to get the impact of what he just said. Here is my husband who's telling me, I desire to see your naked body. And it's so hot in here when I'm talking about this. But, you know, I just had to realize that, wow, that is something I actually desire. Like, I want to be desired. But I would find myself being so annoyed that you want to see me naked all the time. Like, oh, here we go again. He just wants to see me naked. And I think it had everything to do with my heart was not being cared for at that time. And so it can feel counterproductive. And if he is desiring my body and not taking care of my heart, I'm feeling used. I'm feeling like the only thing he wants is my body. And so that is where my annoyance was coming from. If he is desiring to see my body, that is a great thing because it means he's coming to me for this need that he has. And don't you see, like, I want that. I want my husband to desire my body over anyone else. Specifically, after going through betrayal, I really had to recognize that there's a responsibility there that I have. And I have the ability to allow him the exciting opportunity to enjoy my beauty. And at the core of it, like I said, that's what I truly desire also.
Adele, I want to go back to the part where you said I wasn't taking care of your heart. You know, at the time and earlier in my life, pornography has been an issue for me. And being able to see women in a fantasy world, that's not true, by the way, it diminishes how I see you and other women. It makes women an object versus a child of God who is precious, valuable. Your heart really does matter to me. And whenever I see you as being an object or maybe a way to satisfy me physically, it completely diminishes who you are as a person and your heart. And it will always leave me lacking and leave you hurt.
Right. And that's exactly what I was experiencing in that time. And now that I can see how well you care for my heart and my emotions, and I feel loved for who I am, I don't see your desire to see me naked as anything else other than beautiful between us as a married couple, that we get to experience that. But like I said, it was seen as though you just wanted my body.
Makes sense. So men, if you want to see your wife naked, first you're going to have to go to work on taking care of her heart first. She's about to be very vulnerable if she's going to enter into naked day. Being naked in the house, and that's just a vulnerable state, and so will you. But we need to take care of her heart to make sure that she has the ability to be vulnerable. So I'm curious, Adelle, how does me caring for your heart impact your vulnerability?
Oh, great question. Me showing up vulnerable on naked day has everything to do with my confidence in knowing that Travis loves me for me, meaning my heart. And what an awesome outcome it is that organically I would want to be vulnerable in that way.
You're also vulnerable whenever the heat goes up.
Yes, that's another key thing here is your girl is not going to be cold.
Yeah, we have to take the thermostat from 73 to about 80. With the fireplace going.
Yes. And, it's okay to just turn the heat up and enjoy a warmer atmosphere. I personally do not like to be cold. So if the heat is not turned up, naked day is off the table.
It's worth turning the heat up.
The other thing is you really want to pre-plan for a day like this. You want to have childcare set up so that there's no distractions. And it's really important to plan to not have expectations. Because let me tell you, if you come into naked day with an expectation that we're going to make love, it just leaves room for disappointment. Because what if that doesn't happen? What if we connect emotionally and both of us are really good with that? I think it is so much more about the connection rather than the expectations that you may have on naked day.
Yeah, emotional intimacy can and will normally lead to physical intimacy. But what I've learned is you're like a crock pot.
Yeah.
It really takes investment in your spouse and your wife to get her to that point. And sometimes it takes a couple hours in a crock pot to have a dinner ready. Yeah. The same thing applies to your wife, is investing emotionally, being able to listen to you, hear you, spend time with you, have good conversation. It's not about the physical intimacy. It is about the vulnerability and then what that creates in us together.
The intimacy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's 3 different kinds of connections. It's physical, emotional, and spiritual. And when you connect on all 3 levels as a couple, wow.
Oneness.
The most beautiful thing can happen on naked day.
That's the oneness they talk about in the Bible.
Yeah. It takes me back to Adam and Eve, and they were naked in the garden, and they knew each other fully, completely. They had oneness. They had intimacy. And then sin entered the picture. And what's the first thing they did? They went and sewed clothes out of fig leaves to cover themselves up because they no longer wanted to be vulnerable with each other in that way. And so naked day is a way to really walk in that vulnerability together so that you can experience oneness on all 3 levels.
It's a great way to practice lowering those walls that we've created our entire life to make sure that nothing happens to me. This is a great soft way to do it.
Yeah, you said about the crock pot, because women are just not an on-off switch.
I thought they were.
It's not like
I
come to the room and it's naked day and I'm naked, that it is go time, baby.
I thought that must be what it meant.
No. Treat your wife like a crock pot. You got to warm her up. And like you said, it starts with those emotional connections. Have good conversation. Really enjoy each other's presence. And then organically what happens? Well, you should go try out naked day and see what is possible. One other thing that we had to really recognize as a couple is I just don't experience the same kind of turn on by seeing Travis naked.
Oh, this is shocking. What?
It's just for a woman, we're not sight driven for the most part. There are some women, I'm sure, that experience that. My experience is I'm not sight driven. And so men, don't be disappointed if your woman is not like bound chicka wow wow when you walk out naked, okay? You might even get a little giggle, a little laugh, I don't know, but you can have fun with this.
It's so funny, Adelle, because I guess I just assumed that you found my body as attractive as I found your body, like visually to look at.
Now, let me just interject. I find you very attractive.
Thank you.
Not in the same ways that you find me attractive naked.
Apparently, when you see me undressed or naked, the first thing that pops in your mind is not, let's go make love.
No.
That does not occur to you.
No.
Now, you may look at me and appreciate.
Yes.
But it doesn't occur to you, I need to go make love.
Wow, that is super sexy, and let's get to it, baby.
And I was kind of wondering about that, and I was like, well, let me just try to do a little dance as I take my clothes off and see how that works. And you're like, what are you doing?
I think I gave you the look like,
what's going on?
What's happening right now?
And I'm like, nothing. Just nothing.
Don't be offended by this. This is just normal.
So we want to leave you with 2 takeaways from this Naked Day video. Number 1 is take care of your spouse's heart. That's the most important thing in this conversation is you matter to me, you're important to me, your heart's important to me. And when the emotional safety is done, when the emotional intimacy is there, the physical intimacy will absolutely come.
And the second one is, you know what? Be open to trying something new. You don't know if you're going to like it until you try it. You never know. Beautiful things can happen. And I can say that if we would not have given this a try, we would have never realized how much we love it and really look forward to it in our lives. So be open to trying something new. If you gained some insight from this video today, give us a thumbs up and drop a comment below. What did you get from this video? Also, if you haven't subscribed already, we would love for you to join us on this journey together.
Do you know that 70% of the people that watch our YouTube videos are not subscribed? And so they never know if we come up with a new video.
Yeah, and you wouldn't want to miss a Naked Day video, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Guys, check out what's coming up next week.
About 4.5 years ago, Adelle discovered that I had been unfaithful years prior in our marriage.
When he said he had been unfaithful, it just wrecked me. Like, my heart literally fell apart. I was in a just fetal position for hours and hours that day of just wailing and crying, and I felt like my whole world was crashing down on me. I really did. Thanks for joining us in this conversation, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
Bye. Bye. Smash that button right there.
You ready to talk about your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is Naked Day.
Every Friday.
Every Friday. Hey, what's tomorrow?
Friday!
Do I like that? I don't like the way I did that. Not in public. Of course you're not having Naked Day in public. It makes no sense at all.
Yeah.
Skip everything I said.
Okay. Want to go get naked?
I do.
Yeah, and the second one is, what did we say the second one was?
The second one's something.
Being open. Okay. And you never know. Beautiful things may come out of this. Just like, I'm not gonna say that. You never know. Already, please subscribe to our journey of bah! Also,
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Let's go have Naked Day.
Let's go.